Natasha John's horse riding assessment. I chose horse riding at the beginning of year one because I've always wanted to ride horses, and my circumstances have unfortunately meant I can't, even though I live in the countryside. So I chose it for emotional reasons, but there was a practicality to it as well. I chose horse riding because I want to be in some fantasy films or maybe medieval films, and a lot of people in those films tend to be riding horses at some point. So I just thought it'd be easier if I learnt it now, and then I can learn other things like instruments or um, accents and stuff at home on my own, but this is an opportunity that you can't really do on your own. During the first semester, I really struggled with getting the horse to go. Now, you do that in a sort of way of kicking them, but I felt that that would hurt the horse, and it was only after the teacher took the horse and described to me that this didn't hurt the horse that I understood how to do it properly and was able to get the horse to go from walk to trot much easier. And with a lot of practice, I can now go from walk to trot very easily. I also found that one of my strengths was my determination to ride as much as I could. I was constantly trying to be at the stables, trying to get extra experience with the horses, whether that be more time just stable management or more time riding. And this meant that I got into some of the lessons with second years and meant I could start working towards my circle work, so making the horse go around in the circle and it really flexes them up, and also cantering, which I'm really excited to start. And one of my biggest strengths is my ability to just throw myself into it. Like, I'm usually very reserved and I make sure that I know what I'm doing before I do it, but with horses, I just throw myself into it and trust my body. So on one of my first lessons in first semester, we were doing stirrup work, non-stirrup work, and I was with second years, so they'd already all ridden. So they said we were going around trotting without our stirrups, with our arms out, like the Christ Redeemer. And they said I could do it with one hand because it was obviously my first time riding, and they knew that this was my first time riding. But I trusted the teacher and the horse because the teacher was running with the horse, and so I managed to get my arms out, both arms out at the same time for just a minute. And even that was a big achievement, since it was only my first ride. I also would throw myself into things like trotting or doing any kind of work like that. I would just do it straight away. I would try it. There are many health and safety checks you've got to do before riding, because a horse is a living, breathing creature and anything could happen. But one of the main ones to start with is checking you've got a hat fitted properly. And then once you've got your hat fitted properly, you've got to approach the horse. And I would suggest not approaching from behind because the horse could get spooked and kick. The best way to do it is approach from the side, making sure the horse knows you're there by talking or putting a hand on the horse. And then tacking up with the stirrups and the bridle and the saddle. And once you're in the field, you want to check the length of your stirrups. And to do that, you want to put your hand in a fist, like that, and then put it out so your fist is at the top of the stirrup band on the saddle, and then put the metal stirrup here. And if it reaches your armpit, then it's the right length, or if not, you may need to adjust it. But even then, once you get on the horse, you need to make sure that the stirrups and the girth are the right length, because horses have a habit of breathing in and breathing out at weird times. So the girth can be quite loose when you're actually sat on the saddle. Now, to control the horse, it's a lot about posture. And one of the key ways to know if you've got the right posture or not is your shoulder, hip, and ankle should be in a line. It should go straight up and down. And this posture will allow you to control the horse with your knees and your legs, which will make changing reins a lot easier. And to change reins, To do it properly, you want to look from where you are to where you want to go, and then turn your shoulders, and then turn your whole body. And if the horse still needs a little bit of encouragement to go that way, you just pull the rein quite gently. To slow down from a rising trot, you want to start slowing your rising. So if you're on a smaller horse, you go quite quickly, and then if you just slow that down, the horse will match your speed. On a bigger horse, they obviously have a slower, larger trot, so you would again slow your trot down, but make sure your trot is high enough for the horse. Now, before you go on a ride, it is ideal to loosen up. Now, you can do this on a horse, so you would just get on the horse and then you would do non-stirrup work. So you would bring your legs up and bring them out and then put them down and do lots of stretches like that, or bring both of your knees up to the saddle so they're touching. And now to warm the horse up, you would want to get them to go from walk to trot or trot to walk, just to get them a bit looser and to warm up. Loosening up afterwards, you just do your general stretches of the legs and the arms and stuff, but also maybe having hot showers or hot baths. I never really personally found an issue with this, but I know for a lot of people it can hurt, and when I did do a lot of riding, it really did. I did notice it. Now, with looking after the horse and maintenance and stuff, one of the main key things you've got to know how to do is a quick release knot, which is used to tie the horses up. This is so the knot can be quickly undone in case of a fire, and it is tied to string and not metal, because if the horse gets spooked, it can break the string instead of harming itself. Now, 3 of the brushes that we use are called a dandy brush, a magic brush, and a curry comb. A dandy brush is for the mane, and it's big, long sweeping motions, and it sweeps the dirt off. The magic brush and the curry comb, the plastic curry comb, are used for getting mud off the horse. The metal curry comb is used for cleaning the brushes. Now, the key advice I would give to new riders is don't be afraid. The horses are big and scary, and yes, I know, I've been there. But don't be afraid of them. They are gentle, beautiful creatures, but please respect them. They are living, breathing, and they want to be treated well. Also, if you keep going, always practice. Even if you're at home, if you just practice sitting, getting the right position, going through it in your head, that will help massively. And don't be afraid to ask your teacher questions. They are there to help you. Thank you.